Hello, dynamic stars. Welcome back to the channel. I am Azurite 22, and this is where we bring your intuition to the fore to bring you more into your life, more into your endeavors, more into you. So today is a special video. We're gonna be doing an unboxing. Yes, my very first unboxing with my beautiful scissors. So the deck is the Road to Nowhere deck, and this is a deck that I have seen a few times online, and I kind of liked what I saw, so I said, let me try it myself. So without further ado, we're gonna get to this unboxing. Okay. Now I'm beginning to understand why these unboxings look so difficult. Because you kind of are. Okay. Okay. Road to Nowhere deck. A Spirit Speak Divination card deck. Okay. What else is in there? She sent me a little note. Let's see. Oh, I got a little note. Ooh. Oh, wow. I got 2 little extra cards. I'm not sure what they are. Let's read the note. Oh, wow. 6 of Cups. Thank you so much. Wow, that is awesome. And this is from Mary Evans. She's in Joshua Tree, California. Oh, wow. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, wow. Not sure what deck this is. I'm going to find out. And then she sends me this beautiful, like really world. It reminds me of the World card, sitting on top of the world, with the eye as the woman's head, sitting on the world. That's awesome. I'm now going to have to find out what these cards are. Wow. All right. So, there's a little note in here. Just the receipt. Okay, so I'm a little nervous. Okay, plastic wrap is off. Sorry, I keep moving out of frame. Okay, this is it. Road to Nowhere deck. The Road to Nowhere Oracle deck. All right, I'm very excited. I know it doesn't look like it, but I actually am. It came yesterday and I couldn't wait. But I did. Alright. Wow, this is a nice, sturdy box. Oh, wow. Okay, that's the book. Oh, wow, the book is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side. Put my beautiful scissors over here. Oh, wow. Very first look, caverns. Reminds me of a dark hole, a black hole, where you actually can go in and pull out the gems. Because what do you find in caverns? You find geodes, right? You find all these beautiful crystals, azurite, vesuvinite, black obsidian. That's what you find in caverns. Sure, you find it on the mountaintops, in hillsides, but you find it also in deep, dark places. That is what that cavern looks like to me. All right. I promise, last time I'm going out of frame. Okay, so that was caverns. Oh. Ooh, cremation. Look at that. It's beautiful. I see this and I see the world up there, the blue-green earth. But then there are fires going. So the fires are down below and the earth is above. It reminds me of rebirth. So yes, you need the fire, you need the death in order to become renewed. The deepest cut. The deepest cut. Huh. Definitely love relationship or relationships, things of the heart. So it doesn't always have to be a relationship. It could most definitely be ties from the past. Just look at those sweet little flowers. Don't they remind you of things from a time ago, a generation ago? So maybe things that need to be cut from the past. That's what I use these scissors for. These scissors are like for cutting cords. The deepest cut kind of reminds me of that. Oh, wow. The hypnotist. My goodness, it's very psychedelic, isn't it? Seems to be like a tower with, that's a snake. That's a snake head. You see that? Oh wow, the hypnotist. And that is its tongue. That's its tongue going right there. Huh, I really like that. Almost as if you are subliminally affecting and reaching out. And then these lines are your inner thoughts that may not be seen, that they're on another realm. Mary, the Virgin Mary. But modernized with the rainbow, with an expression of inclusiveness. The other side, that unseen realm, look at that. Looks like a swan with a brain around it down in that center there. I don't know if you can see that down there. And then there's that Ouija board. Connection to the other side, the unseen realm, the spirit realm. Tied. My brain said bondage. What are you tied to? What's going on? Because of course ties, for me, need to be unbound. I mean, there are some, like hand fasting in the pagan tradition of marriage, where you don't want those ties to be bound. Where you don't want them unbound, rather. Very interesting. So depending upon the situation, it could go either way. Reconnection. And that's a woman looking into her own reflection. The beautiful flower. However, do you see the hairs on the flower? It protects itself from insects. It protects itself, period. So when you reflect, when you reconnect through reflection, you can also make sure to protect yourself before going in, you know? Cast a circle, an energetic circle around yourself. Oh wow, Venus. Fertility, the great mother, the one that brings things forth, life, projects, manifestations. Ooh, time connects. This reptilian theme is going straight through. Look at the time. Look at the red and green reptile snake. Very interesting. What does the snake represent in our society? Usually that snake, that cobra, is always the voice of the other, the darker side, that wants to tell you things, that wants to influence you. Time is a negative kind of element sometimes. We can't get it back, right? Huh. Very interesting card. Gamble of trust. But look at the little pot, like a little cauldron they're working on. It's almost like they need to do some ebo, some work, some sacrifice, some offering in order to win at this game of trust. gives you a sense that maybe something was done incorrectly, and it's number 11. Very interesting to me. Gamble of trust. Tangible. The hands holding the cards, but the cards are face down, so we don't know what the cards say. So yes, we're actually touching a card that's tangible, but we don't know what the message is from the unseen realm. And with that pattern, maybe that message had something to do with regularity, continuity. And we only see 4 fingers. We don't know where the thumb is. Maybe there is no thumb. If it's unseen, is it real? But we know that a hand has 5 fingers, so we know something is missing. So even though this card says tangible, there's so many intangibles within the tangible. So maybe the message for that card is, even though we think we know what we see, we don't really know what's always there. So maybe that situation, whenever that card comes up, is more about, what do you see? And now once you know what you see, what isn't there? And compare those 2 conversations, and maybe that's the message. Coven, a community of like-minded people in the arena of spirituality. So not necessarily all witches. I mean, yes, a coven is a witch, traditionally speaking, but the broader meaning is a community of like-minded people, or we're supposed to be like-minded because we're in this group and we say we have these ideals. Oh my gosh. In dreams. Look at that ladder. Wow, a totally psychedelic ladder from the actual sleeping person to the astral person. The astral you. And then the butterfly, the ultimate symbol of transformation. And then you're going into the light, into the astral plane, into the unseen realm. Ooh, there goes that snake motif again. Pillars, strength, antiquity, things that are of long ago. Quiet. And then the world. There's so many secrets in our world. There's so many secrets within our own inner world. Oh, let me just give you an idea. Oh, there are 60 cards in this deck. I probably should hurry up, right? Handing the light heart. Oh wow, look at that. With the beautiful water bubbles. That water energy. And a bit of a mandala up above. Oh, are those dogs, cattle? Yeah, they look like dogs. You see? Okay, I'm going to try very hard to just show you the cards and not have a whole commentary. This video will be forever. Okay, artifacts. Ooh. Fruitfulness. Fruitfulness. Boy, I automatically think of going and giving a beautiful offering of a big bowl to your ancestors or your principal spirits. And then with that butterfly on top of it, oh my gosh. That offering can be transformed into what you need, what you want. Conduit. Conduit. Ooh, isn't that gorgeous? Oh my God, that's gorgeous. Portal. There goes that dark hole again. And those beads remind me of beads that I saw when I was in Ghana at the African markets. Again, another form of mystery. Saturn. That's Saturnian energy. I almost want to say he's Nigerian, but I don't know that. Just gives you a sense of rigidity, gives you a sense of force, of might, of inflexibility. But on the flip side, Saturn is also discipline, being able to regulate cycles of time and just regulate things, put things in orders, lay down the foundations. Key to the temple. I love that. Key to the temple. That's number 22. Those beautiful silver pillar candles with the goddess in the background. Baby. Oh, the magician. So this deck is not a tarot deck, but it is based upon tarot. Mary Evans was very, very, very much into the tarot, but wanted to give a deck that allowed you to use more of your intuitive faculties and not strictly keep it to the tarot readings. Meditation. Meditation. Interesting. On his shirt it says high crime. So what is the high crime you're taking in with you to meditation? High crimes against yourself? Against your own sovereignty? Possession with the owl above. Watching over. Oof, illusion. And look at that. Believe that's Doris Day. Correct me definitely, please, below in the comments if I am wrong. Wow. I almost want to say the other one is Marlene Dietrich, but not sure. It's ways back. Progression. I love this. And just the backs of these cards are so beautiful. So beautiful. It's the back. Gorgeous. Okay. Divine nectar. Okay. It was another snake running through it. I mean, I think there's a commentary running throughout this whole deck. Nurture. And that commentary is about, we are all human. We all have these things. We both have our light and our dark side. It's 31 blooming. However, which area, which aspect are you going to focus on? And that's why I think the snake is running through it all. Ships. Ships. You take your best companion, a cute little lapdog with you, right? Which side are you going to focus on in this situation? Because it's neither good nor bad. Emotion is just emotion. We're all human. We're going to have emotions. But how are you going to portray it? What are you going to do? And maybe that's why that snake is running through everything, because that's just the flip side. It's sort of like the good angel and the bad angel, right? Shepherd, a deer standing there. I just think of ingenue when I see this. I just do. Somebody new to a situation, a place, or a thing, but they're just intuitively really, really, really in the right place, you know? And then there's a bunch of darkness in the back, and then the shepherd comes from that darkness almost, and comes to the fore into the light, bringing with them their primordial knowledge. Eastern Island monument. This is monument, but it is most definitely a statue from Easter Island. mysteries that cannot be explained. Who built it? Organization of the unknown. He's thumbing his nose at what? At who? Why? He could also be picking his nose. But this is like the ultimate conspiracy theory card, isn't it? Number 35. Or it could be, again, what you see on the face of it could actually be it. It could simply be someone who is all into the pomp and circumstance, but not of the actual inner aspect of it. Organization of the unknown could be you're organized in whatever it is, whatever tradition, religion, belief, but why? Why are you doing it? Maybe the unknown is you don't know why you're doing what you're doing. The star. There's Dolly Parton. There's Dolly Parton. Of course, the ultimate star, country star here in America. And hello to all of you, wherever you are in the world. Clowning. Clearly, this is an American deck, right? We've got all these American stars here. Clowning. Who are you fooling or trying to fool? Golden. Ah, precious metals. I think of the gold that, quote unquote, the Anunnaki came to steal from Earth so that they can protect their planet with the gold. Leave it. Don't touch it. Picking up on that same theme of, coming in to take something, but now this one says leave it. Because sometimes you need to leave things where they are so they can continue and protect. So many of these gemstones are being taken from the earth, the very same way we protect ourselves with these gemstones. What's not protecting our earth if we take them all out, if we unearth them all? What will balance out the earth? I mean, yes, technically the crystals are still on the planet, but we don't know exactly what they were doing underneath the planet now, do we? But I'm getting off on another tangent, right? 40, time travel, oh wow, sorry. Wow. I guess you can say time travel is they're literally walking over time up on the bridge above the top clock on that red bridge. I like that. I like that very much. That can take you so many places. Quiet before the limelight. This also could be quiet before you reach your own potential. Quiet before you actually step into your own personhood, your own sovereignty. Jaws of judgment. And look at that. Coyote. What? Kiss. Oh, wow. They are kissing one another. Two mirror images. Oh my. That's lovely. Again, the butterfly. Monarch butterfly, I believe, on top there. Beautiful. Yeah. There's a dragon chariot. That's the chariot. I love that. Where are you being transported to? Built to fall. So many places to take that card. So many places. Lift it up. I love it. Lift up the world. Lift up yourself. Lift up all of the things that you want to have happen. And you're not even touching it. You're levitating it. So you're doing that with the power of will. Unusual card for waves. But the representation of the waves is definitely there. Guardian. Definitely, definitely a beautiful guardian spirit, guardian angel, your principal spirits. Listen. I'm trying to decipher what that is. Looks like an athame. Very, very specific athame with a saint in the handle, it seems. Someone playing the violin, crystal ball. And behind is basically a vintage photograph with a beautiful building filled with fancily dressed people. But what are we listening for? What are we listening to? Burn for you. Wow. Just wow. So many things in this photo. And that amulet that the wax figure is holding at the front, the woman wax figure. What is that amulet all about? And she's holding what looks to be a spider. Send a signal. And there goes a crystal, a white quartz crystal tower. Oh, what are you sending a signal about with the aurora borealis above it? Shadows. Shadows. Lovely. And there's a huge shadow down at the bottom that we're not even quite sure we can see. That one over there. Channeling. Yeah. That's a great question. Do you channel or don't you channel, and why? A partner. Those look very, very different. Almost alien in aspect. What is your partner like? With the world in between. Boundary. And the back is turned to us. With beautiful blue doves, it looks like. Set your boundaries. Mirror. Not your typical mirror, though. Not your typical. But what are you reflecting? What are you mirroring? Is it hatefulness? Is it love? Is it a communication combination, bringing things into community with the ducks who travel in a small pack there? Cannot be contained. Cannot be contained. You see the cup there, you see the rainbow. It's only the uppermost portion of her face, focusing on the third eye and the crown chakra. But then what is that pink encroaching upon her right side? What is it? Could be a flower. Could be morass disguised. Saint Francis. Saint Francis. So we even have saints in here. Definitely a swan. The spiral. There goes our snake motif. Reaching for the candlestick. Co-modification is our last card. So, just going to run into the book really quick. Co-modification, it means a wildness refined and commodified. Society gives us options to present ourselves under the film of capitalism. You don't need to package yourself to look polished and presentable. Your wildness is what is beautiful about you. Be your freaky, messy little self. That's commodification. Well, there you have it. That is the deck. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing with these beautiful, beautiful cards. And I guess I haven't blessed them. I haven't done anything. You saw what I did. So I'll just Ask that my spirits clean and cleanse these cards, just so I can do one quick pull for the collective to see what the message is from the Road to Nowhere deck. Just removing any osobo that came and what might have been absorbed into these cards from the shipping and manufacturing and distribution process. Gotcha. All right, we're going to do a quick pull for the collective. Oh, I like these cards. They're a little big. But they shuffle nicely. What is one card? The collective. Because you stick around and watch the whole unboxing video, let's get a message. Message for the collective from the Road to Nowhere deck. Okay, that one. Jaws of Judgment. Okay, let's see, that's number 42. Jaws of Judgment. Your karmic return is approaching. The work that you have done thus far is about to come back to you. Hope you weren't slacking off. This is nature rebalancing itself. If your intentions have been true, you shouldn't fear the jaws of judgment. It's almost like your karma. And there goes that world down at the bottom there. And that's like an alien astronaut almost. But it has breasts, but it's made out of stone. So since this is a judgment, this is what you've already done. It's already been solidified, and things have to play themselves out. Whatever it is that you have done, at this point, you're just going to have to deal with the consequences. But if you start paying attention and really reflect on what you've done, maybe you can mitigate the actual results out of it. Mercury retrograde is now past. So all of those things are settling down now. But that means your perception is back on track, that your internal work can really, really begin to go a little deeper and pull out things that you may have done that maybe you might do better or would have chosen a different way to handle now. So let folks know, even if it's the other way, say you had a much more relaxed, passive way of handling things, guess what? Maybe you should have been a little tougher. Maybe now you can revisit that situation and be a little tougher. Say what's actually on your mind. And for those of you who have done things that are just way off, apologize. Say I didn't do X, Y, and Z the way I was supposed to. Because right now, the jaws of judgment are there. But I'm also feeling as if you sit down and burn 2 white candles and write out what you want or what you did and why you did it at that time, and say in that letter, write as long as you need to, what you would have done differently, and then burn that letter. And by burning it, you're sending it into the inner planes, the unseen realm, so that karma, joys of judgment, see and understand what is going on with you at this time, and may take that into consideration. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is my first unboxing video of the Road to Nowhere Oracle deck. Please do like, share, and subscribe this video. And, please definitely hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button down below. Everything helps to grow the channel, and the channel has been growing. I started in January, and I have grown so much because of you. And I thank you. I thank you all. I appreciate it. A friend of mine asked me, how do you feel? And I'm just going, I don't know how to feel. I just don't know how to feel right now because I didn't expect anything. And when you don't expect anything, and then something really amazing happens, you're just like, oh, okay. Well, maybe that's just me. But thank you. Thank you very much for your support. And as a thank you, I am going to be doing readings all weekend for $22.22 US. I'll put the link below. You can just, it's going to be my donation link. So you can just follow that, put in 22.22 as the donation, and I will get your video link for your reading to you within the next 48 hours. Okay? Thank you so much. Namaste.